Hey there, everybody. Today is Monday, May 22nd. My father is coming to visit later on this week, and we'll see if he is any better with plants than my last visitor. And that's not to knock. I always appreciate the visit and the help, but last year he got a little caught up in the excitement of our family business, which is the farm and the nursery. And so he got himself a couple of trays, and he picked himself a couple of plants he wanted to have more of, and he started propagating things. And I'm just so proud of him, and I'm excited to see where his skills have gotten to. And I genuinely hope that he is not the only one that I have inspired to start gardening or to start experimenting in your gardens. I hope you all have been doing more of that as well. But it is black fly season here in Maine. I am getting et, and I'm like 90% sure I've got a couple of ticks on me, so this is probably going to be short. I wanted to talk to you guys today about a little bit of ergonomics in the garden. And as you can see, we have low raised beds. These are only very, very small elevation off of the actual ground level. These are definitely not the kind of raised bed you'd see surrounded by like galvanized steel or other built up structures. The ones for truly unable to bend over type gardeners, or those who are concerned about that eventuality. I am trying to stave that off though, and that's why that big piece of wood is right there. So that's my little tribal squat block. My hips, my knees, my legs, they're tight. I was a desk jockey for a while. I drove professionally, I guess. I mean, I did other things, but I was a traveling professional, so I was in my car for many, many hours a day. My hammies is tight. And so I do what I can to stretch and to be ergonomically correct, which includes building up the height of these raised beds every year. But the other thing that I do is use this block to do my little tribal squat. Sometimes it's called the third world squat. I don't like that phrase. Maybe that's me, and I know that there's a debate around what to call it. But so a resting squat is another, I think, better term for it. And let's go with that. We're gonna call it my resting squat or my gardening squat. I originally had this whole shot lined up so that you guys could see me from like up where that barrel is, but the sun changed where it was in the sky, or I guess we changed in relation to where the sun is. And so, yeah, I don't want you guys just like getting a big old shot of my butt. So we'll turn this around and get started. I'm gonna pull it sideways and show you what I'm talking about, though. That's it. Now I can do what I need to. I can work the ground right here. I can do everything that's within this sphere of comfortable reach. And there we go. Now I'm here, and I have everything within this sphere of comfortable reach. Yeah. So that's the idea. You have a block that you put under your heels so that you can get into the actual resting squat position, and you can go with thinner and thinner blocks over time, or you can eventually transition to not needing a block. I am still weak, spongy flesh, so I need a block that is 2 inches thick, because my legs are bad. But yeah, now I'm just gonna switch this over, and you guys can kind of get an idea of the number of flies that fly into the camera. I'm sure you can see them. They're freaking out. Those are all blood-sucking little chewing bugs. And, you know, I'm glad I'm feeding the food chain, but I wish I wasn't the food. So, yeah, let's switch this over. I'm going to put some things in the ground. So, these are just a few of the fennels and dills that got a little bit damaged. We had a few that didn't like the overnight lows in this past week, and so sacrificed some of what was going to be ours to support the farm stand and the table at market, which, by the way, fires up in 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, super excited. I'm trying to get all of my projects tidied up and ready for that drop in productivity at home, but I'm super excited to see the friends we make, or see the friends we made last year, and to make new friends this year. So, yes, fennel and dill, really quickly planted. I've amended this bed with a bit of additional soil from the soil bags that we got. What I noticed is that soil dries out relatively quickly, and so I'm thinking herbs that have a preference for drier feet are going to love it in there, so that's what we amended this bed with. I can feel every square inch of my body being chewed, and yeah, they're into it. I've been sweating, and apparently they are the only creatures that it smells good to. So yeah, I think you can work with a block that is longer. I prefer to do like a full length bend, like a waist bend, to pick it up and move it, just because I do need to like maintain all of the mobility that I can as I'm doing this. There's a lot of back intensive things that go into a project like this as well. So in whatever instances you can, whether it's raised beds that are a little higher than this, whether it's doing and practicing your resting squat to get your back in alignment, your shoulders in alignment, your legs, and all of your joints working and functioning more cohesively together. All of the above. Do it. Love your back. Garden more. Garden longer. That's it. I'm gonna go find an inch of my body that is not being chewed on. I'm gonna keep potting up things in a little bit, and I'll talk to you all soon. Till next time. Thanks for watching. Happy planting.